Manitobans are now paying less PST. As of July 1st, the provincial sales tax in our province dropped from 8% to 7%. It's been said that an average Manitoban will save about $175 a year through this reduction. I had a chance to speak with some local business people to find out their thoughts and how this affects their industry.
I'm excited anytime there's less tax. I think it's advantageous for people and businesses in our province.
Well, I think as a consumer, my initial reaction was excitement, of course, going to save a few bucks throughout the year. And then, of course, as a taxpayer, the small trickles into your mind where you go, okay, what's being cut? Right, so I always think of it two ways.
Well, this is good news for the Arm of Hanover. You know, everything we do as an organization, for the most part, has PST on it, just the same as an individual or the same as any other business. So any kind of reductions just means that we have that much less that we have to tax our ratepayers for. So the money just ends up going back into it, and it becomes a saving for the whole organization. And when you look at the size of our budget, you know, a $10 million capital budget, 1% makes a big difference.
As soon as that PST implementation is taken to effect July 1, obviously all prices go down by the 1%, at least 1% on taxes.
Well, initially, we're very happy about that. Anytime the government puts more money back into the pockets of people and consumers, it's good for business. Obviously, it's going to be a little bit cheaper. You know, on a $30,000 unit, that's $300. $40,000 unit, that's $400. So it makes everything just a little bit more affordable.
We looked at our purchases and we tried to delay our purchases for some of the big capital items that we're going to be spending on this year. Tried to put them off until the second half of the year. So, for example, we're planning to buy a grader. We're planning to build a lift station, a lagoon. There's a number of different things that are on the go for 2019. In all, we're looking at roughly about a $10 million capital budget as a municipality. So when you do the math on it, a 1% savings is approximately $100,000, which is a big reduction in cost.
We do lots of deck packages. Lots of people have went to composite decks, which makes your deck a little bit more. So not uncommon to spend between $7,500 and $10,000 on a deck. So then you're looking at $75 to $100 in savings. So that pays for the pizza to have your buddies come over and help build it.
I've actually mentioned it to a few customers myself because I thought it would be a bigger deal, but a lot of customers I've found that I've dealt with are a little bit unaware, or it slipped their mind. So I haven't had anyone in specific come in and say they're waiting till July 1. I'm sure there are some people that are, but none that I've spoken to.
We've heard a little bit about that in the last few weeks. They're deciding to wait till the beginning of July, but in those cases, a lot of businesses that I've heard are absorbing the 1% out of their profit margin just to get the inventory rolling and make the sale today.
I know our order files for deliveries are very, very busy Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, next week after the long weekend, so people can take advantage of that savings.
Any savings that we have, it basically goes back into the general coffers of the municipality. When we do our budgets for an annual basis, we do our budgets based on including PST as part of the expense. So the 1% extra, basically at this point in time, we've taxed accordingly to have the full 8% taxes. So that 1% will just get absorbed. It'll likely get transferred into reserves at the end of the year if there is a surplus, which will be used to offset future capital purchases and development.
To make the change for the PST on July 1st, all it is a click of the button in our point-of-sale system, and that does all the work for us. So all we do is just collect a little less money from the customers.
It's not much of a hassle anymore. With computers these days, it's basically going in and changing a few drop-downs, and away we go.
I actually just have to change one little digit in our software, and everything is updated. So easy as pie.
For $175 that you can save this year with the PST reduction, there's lots of great charities in town, or you can come buy some softener salt at the lumber zone.
Pay your taxes. I work for the municipality, so.
I'll put my local Chamber of Commerce hat on. I think they should reinvest that money into their local community at a local business.
Half of me is German and the other half is Mennonite. So the Mennonite in me says, let's donate it. And then the German in me says, let's go buy some steel product. So whatever you like, do what you want, you bet.